Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi. This is the presentation for Geotechnical Engineering from Group 8. The title of our project is The Component of Ground Improvement and Their Problematic for the Tropical Peat Soil. I hope you enjoy our presentation, so let's get started. Before going deeper to the contents, here are the group members. The team is developed with 5 members. The first is Muhammad Al-Amin bin Zulkifli as representative of the team, followed by Muhammad Zaki bin Kamaruddin, Muhammad Aiman Al-Hakim bin Mat Hussein, Muhammad Raihan bin Bohari, and last is Abang Muhammad Aminuddin Ashraf bin Abang Abdul Raja. Over the last 40 years, ground improvement has become one of the most competitive and rapidly changing field of construction engineering and geotechnical engineering. Fundamentals in ground improvement engineering focuses on the most efficient and cutting-edge ground improvement techniques. Before building work begins, a variety of ground improvement or ground modification methods may be used to stabilize or enhance the condition of an area of the ground. It may be appropriate to do so to strengthen or adjust ground shear strength, stiffness, permeability, and other properties. The ground can be improved by adapting certain ground improvement techniques. Then, Malaysian peat is a tropical peat. Sarawak has the largest peat land area in Malaysia, which is about 16,500 km square or 13% of the state, of which about 90% of the peat is more than 1 meter in depth. This peat has unique characteristic which makes it significantly different from other peat. In this natural state, this soil is normally dark reddish brown to black in color and consists of partly decomposed leaves, branches, twigs, and tree trunks with a low mineral content. Peat soil is a form or of soft soil that is classified as highly organic with an organic content of more than 75%. Peat soil is formed by the composition of plant and organic matter. It has a higher natural moisture content, high compressibility and water keeping capacity, low specific gravity, low bearing capacity, and medium to low permeability, among other characteristics. Peat soil is commonly thought to be unsuitable for supporting foundations or loads in its natural state. When peat soil is subjected to even moderate load increases, it is prone to instability such as localized sinking and slip failure, as well as major and long-term settlement. There are many problems and difficulties in building on soft soils, including peat. Buildings that have collapsed or deteriorated have a significant effect on the city.
Application of ground improvement. First point, laboratory comparison have to be performed to estimate and take into account the rate of increase of undrained shear strength as a function of consolidation and subsequent gasification of peats. Second, the undrained shear strength of peat is typically determined by vein shear in the field and the undrained triaxial compression test in the laboratory. Third point, the ratio of the increase can be applied to the in situ shear strength obtained from vane obtained from vane shear test. And fourth point, therefore, the thickness of fill for each stage can be increased as a consequence of the increase in shear strength. Article 2. Experimental investigation on geomechanical properties of tropical organic soil and tropical peat soil. The first point of highlight is the range of liquid limits was between 180 until 500% for the Malaysian peat soils. Second highlight point is the liquid limit of the tropical peat soil and organic soils of this study was found to increase with increase in water content. Well, for the third highlight is due to the specific gravity of peat decrease with increase in organic content and specific gravity of the peat was range of 1.05 until 1.9.
Study case. Article that related to study case. Article titled Construction of Building on Peat. This article is about construction on the peat soil. One researcher stressed that construction and design guidelines for various types of peat, namely hamid, septic and fabric, should be outlined for engineers. Proper site investigation should be done thoroughly to determine heterogeneous peat type, the physiochemical behavior of tropical peat, and the most effective economic method need to be understood and studied further. It is emphasized that soil treatment cannot be neglected. The surrounding area should be treated as well. Replacement of peat layer to a certain depth, for example using sand, is considered the best method. The workshop panelists stated the solution is the main problem of peat. Therefore, expert opinion is needed to validate the peat research in this regard. Although the guidelines do not specify the preferred method, experts should decide on it based on field and laboratory data. The current guideline stated only two options for which there is replacement or consolidation. Next article, the article title is Geotechnical Engineering Perspective. This article is about the compression behavior of peat differ from the compressive behavior of other soil types in two ways. The dominant factor controlling the compressive properties of peat include the fiber content, water natural content, vacancy ratio, initial permeability, nature and arrangement of soil particles, and chemical bond between the soil particles. Peat usually has low shear stress. Peat suffer from stability problems such as local sinking and slip failure expansion, and large primary and long-term solution when load increase when even the modest amount. There are various methods for soil improvement such as reinforcement to increase soil strength and stiffness, soil improvement, stone column pile, thermal pre-compression and loaded tier, or by reducing the driving force with light filling and chemical mixture such as cement and lime.
For the Article 5, Tropical Peat Soil Stabilization using Class F on ash from coal-fired power plants, there are typical characteristics that we can find, including the high natural moisture content, high compressibility, and water holding capacity. It is relatively low density, low bearing capacity, and medium to low permeability. As a result, payload can be subject to instability such as a local subsidence and slippage, and large and permanent settlement will subject to even moderate increased load. In addition, payload in Malaysia is currently quite low, although their construction is becoming increasingly necessary to economic reasons. From the article, we can see that, cited by Idil Sigmans 2021, he said that The various construction methods can be applied to pit load and organic soil, namely excavation, displacement, and replacement, which is ground improvement and reinforcement to enhance soil strength and stiffness, such as stage construction and prolonging stone column by vertical drains by reducing driving force by lightweight fill, and the deep stabilization method by using chemical admixtures such as cement, lime, and fly ash.
Next is moisture content of the pit soil. The actual investigation of the pit has been finished by numerous scientists, particularly designed to guarantee that any developments on pit-based grounds are protected after frictions. The fundamental parts of this investigation were centered around actual qualities, for example, dampness content, fluid breaking point, natural substance, explicit gravity in the segment, and audit on a portion of these geotechnical attributes and properties are talked about and shown in Table 1. High water content is not good to the certain place due to many defects can occur on the new construction, and the cost was raised up to the process excavation displacement and replacement need. As no pit land was unsuitable for the foundation, and the value of this making a huge impact on the construction sector. On the other hand, construction on the pit soil need to avoid. There are a technique can be used to locate if that location suitable or not for the construction. A rectangular patch antenna technique can be used. Sensors framework is a significant device pointed toward improving soil execution on soil quality. Next, the sensor utilized in observing the soil quality depend on the physical and substance properties of the soil. The actual properties incorporate shading, surface, construction, and dampness content in the soil. In this paper, just dampness properties of the soil were contemplated. This method can change the construction sector to get the result rapidly. Thank you.